So first we're going to start with some breath control. We're going to inhale for the nose and exhale for the mouth. So basically what you can do is close your eyes and just center yourself and bring your attention to the here and the now. So first of all, inhale and exhale. So the breath should be equal on both the inhale and the exhale. And something that can help you is to count. So as you inhale, you can count to 3. And exhale, count to 3. And we're going to do that 4 more times. So inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to do it 2 more times, and if you're getting comfortable with the breath, what you can do is add an additional count on. So now we can count to 4. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And just gently bring your attention back into the room by gently opening your eyes. And then we're going to start the warm-up series. So we're going to get onto all fours and do cat-cow position. So basically, come onto all fours and then bring your hands directly underneath your shoulders and spread your fingers. Your knees should be directly underneath your hips and your knees should be hip distance apart. So as you inhale, you're going to come back to a neutral position. And then as you exhale, you're going to curve the spine like an angry cat. And then inhale. Then you're going to concave the spine and just allow your neck to flow with your spine. So inhale and exhale. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Final breath. Inhale and exhale. And at any point during the class that you feel tired, you can just walk your hands in front and then release your hips down towards your heels and then relax your forehead onto the floor. Again, we're going to gently release the spine up here as we come into child's pose. And just really pressing the hands into the floor and working the heels towards the hips towards the heels as you lengthen the spine. A nice, gentle, relaxing posture. So we can take 2 more breaths here. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Just gently walking your hands back towards your knees as you gently roll it up and come into a kneeling position. Then we're going to bring the hands forward. And then you're going to tuck the toes under and then lift your hips up, and we're going to come into downward facing dog. So you're going to be in an inverted V. Walk your hands forward if you need to, really pressing the fingers into the floor and really spreading your fingers out. And then try to work the heels towards the floor as much as possible and micro bending the knees. And we're just going to work the hamstrings and we're just gently warming them up. We're going to just bend the right knee and then bend the left knee and just walking from side to side. Just really allow your head and your neck to relax, looking between your feet and just gently warming your body up. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. There's no tension whatsoever in the shoulders. Just let's do it a few more times. And then we're going to gently walk the hands back towards the feet. I'm just going to allow the spine to relax. I'm going to grab the elbows and just allow the head to hang heavy and gently bend the knees and just allow the weight of the head to help release the spine down and just relax here. And just come back to your breath again, so just inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. And then gently release the hands, the elbows, and just gently rolling up vertebra by vertebra by vertebra, keeping that micro bend the knee and slowly coming up, and then allowing the head and the chin to come up last. And then when it comes to the front of your mat for the standing sequence. So we're going to start with some sun salutations. So you're going to bring your hands out and up, and then you're going to swan dive down, engaging your core, and then bringing your fingertips in line with the toes. You can bend the knee, and then you're going to take the right knee back and come into lunge position. You can come onto the fingertips, or if you're flexible, you can have the palms on the floor. Keep your neck straight, and then you're going to take your left leg back, and then you're going to bend your knees, then bring your chest and your chin down, keeping your elbows close to your body, and let's bring your body and torso between the arms, looking up towards the ceiling, and coming into cobra pose. So there should be very little weight on your hands. The weight and the lift should come from your spine. And then you're going to bend the knees, and then tuck the toes under, and go into downward facing dog. Again, walking the feet, and if you need to, getting the heels as close to the floor as possible, and look, and body should be inverted feet, so have your hands forward. You can roll the elbows out and in, and that way you take any pressure out the elbows and just allow your head to relax down, either looking towards your navel or looking toward between your legs. And then when you're ready, you're going to bring the right leg forward, come back onto the fingertips, and then bringing the left leg forward. You can bring the feet together. You're going to bend the knee, then bring your hands out and up. Look up towards the ceiling, and then bring your hands down. And then we're going to do the other side. So bring the hands out and up, looking up. Draw the shoulders away from the ears, suck your stomach in, and then swan dive down. Fingertips in line with the toes. Then you take your left leg back this time, come back into lunge, and come onto the fingertips. So make sure the back leg is straight, so the knee's not bending at all. Then bring the palms down if you need to, and then bring your hand back into plank. Then you're going to bring your knees, chest and chin down, and then bring your body through again. Again, shoulders away from the ears, and your elbows are close to your body. Then tuck the toes under, and lift the knees up to a seat, and walk your leg through. So make whatever adjustments you need to make. Again, relax the shoulders away from the ears, and make sure you look like an inverted V. Then this time, left leg through, and then right leg through, and then bend the knees, and arms down by your side. Right, so we're going to take it up a step or two for those of you that want a slight variation. So we're going to start again, but this time you're going to be hands up. You're going to bend the knees and come into chair pose. Suck your stomach in and tuck the tailbone under, and just hold here for a few breaths. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Then you're going to swan dive down this time, and then you're going to bring your body down. You're going to keep the knees bent. So we're going to jump or step back this time. So choose which other option's best for you. So you're going to jump back and come to chaturanga. And all you're going to do here is bend the elbows down, and then bring the body through. And this time you're going to be in upward facing dog. Then you're going to roll over the toes, and then come back into downward facing dog. Again, we're going to hold here for a few breaths. So really push the fingers into the floor and open the fingers, and you can have the knee micro bent. Make sure you're not putting undue pressure into the backs of the knees, and make sure you've got your stomach engaged. Again, either looking up towards your stomach or looking between your feet. We'll just take one more breath here. So inhale and exhale. And this time to come back, you're going to look between your hands. You're going to bend the knees and jump back through. Then keep the knees bent, and then come back into chair pose. And then straighten the knees and the arms down. Okay, so now we're going to do another sun salutation sequence. We're going to add some variations in. So we're going to bring the hands out and up, and I'm going to take it up and just jump back into chaturanga, and then come down. And this time, instead of coming straight through, we're going to add a variation, and we're going to do warrior two. So you're going to turn the left leg out, and then bring the right leg forward. Keep the knee bent. You're going to bring the left hand up and over, and then come into warrior two. So keep the knee bent, so make sure the knee is directly over the ankle, and that the back leg, the knee is locked. And just look over, or look at your middle finger, and relax your shoulders down away from the ears. There's no tension in the shoulders. And then to come out, you're just going to bring the hands down, and then going back into downward facing dog. Then looking through the hands again, and then bend the knees, and then jumping and stepping through, and then coming back up. And then we'll do the other side. So bring the hands out and up, and then coming down, jumping back,
upward facing dog, and downward facing dog. Now this time you can turn the right leg out and bring the left leg through, and then bring the right hand up and over. And balance both sides. I'm just looking forward, keeping the spine straight in the center, drawing the shoulder blades down. And just coming out, hands alongside the toes, coming back into downward facing dog, walking through if you need to. Then bend the knees, engage in the core, so protect lower spine, and just jumping back through. And hands out and up. And then arms down. So we're going to do triangle pose Trikonasana. And this time you can choose the option. You can either jump or step back or follow with me. So I'm going to take it down an option. So bring the hands out and up. Bringing the hands into prayer. Coming down. And this time you're going to take the right leg back. And then the left leg back. Knees, chest and chin. Cobra pose. Lift the knees up. Walking the feet forward. And this time we're going to turn the left leg out and bring the left leg forward. You're going to keep the front leg straight, then bring the hands up. And this time you're going to bring the hands forward and then pivot the arms and bring the right hand inside the right leg. Make sure the micro bend in the knee, so don't hyperextend the knee. And then you kind of look side on or touch your chin to your shoulder and look up. Engage in your core. And stretch the arms up in opposite direction. And then to come out, just look down at your feet and then bring the hands down. Stepping back into downward facing dog. Stay here for a few seconds. And when you're ready, you're going to bring the right leg forward, back into lunge. And then bring your left leg through. And hands out and up. And let's do the opposite side. So walk the feet in again. Turn the right leg out this time. Left leg through. Right hand up and over. Coming forward a little bit. Then bring the left hand on the inside of the right leg. Again, looking towards the side, or if you can, touch your chin to your shoulder and stretch up. Engage in your core and making sure your hips are facing the corner of the mat. And then to come down, just bring the hands down. Looking back into downward facing dog. And left leg through. Right leg through. Just coming up. And down. So now we're going to start with the balancing sequence. So first we're going to start with tree pose Tadasana. So before we do that, we're going to get you to be centered. So basically you can start with the feet together or you can bring them hip width apart. So what you can do is bring the heels together, just open the feet, and that's the right distance. Tuck your tailbone under and squeeze your glutes so you get that foundation, and really squeeze your stomach in and just relax your shoulders down and just bring your center into the room. For tree pose, what you can do is just bring your right leg up and really root your foot down on the standing leg. Then you can bring the leg up, you can bring it just above the knee or below the knee, but choose whichever option is best for you. Then you can bring your hands to your heart center and really push the bent leg into the standing knee, but make sure your hips are still in alignment. So we're going to take 2 deep breaths here. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And then just release the leg down and release the arms. Come back to your center. Find your foundation. So really root your foot down, the right foot down this time, spread the toes, and then lift the left leg up. And again, choose the option so you can bring the leg above or below the knee and really push the bent leg into the standing leg. Oops, I'm slipping here. So you might find that depending on what outfit you're wearing, but really try and push the foot in, engage your core. And again, let's take 2 breaths here. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Release the arms down and then bring yourself back to your center. Next, we'll do a posture called balancing stick posture. So I just need to move back a a little bit. So again, you start with your feet together, and this time you're going to bring your hands up, and you can either have the hands separate or bring the palms together. And then you're going to step forward with your right leg and make sure both knees are locked. You're going to hover the left toes off the floor. You're just going to come down in a straight line, engaging your core and just looking 4 feet in front of you. Make sure your arms are back with your ears. And really make sure you're pushing the weight distributed equally in your feet. And then to come out, just come back up to an upright position and just come back to where you started. Again, engaging the core, draw the shoulders away from the ears, and this time you're going to step forward with your left leg. Then point the right toes. Again, just coming down in a straight line. Just taking your time. And remember to come back to your breath and come back to your core, making sure you're centered and relaxed. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Coming back to an upright position. And then arms now by your side. And then we're going to do one more final standing balancing posture, and then we'll come to the floor for the floor sequence. So again, the feet are together, and there's 2 options. You can either just bring the left leg up and hold the leg here. I'm going to take 4 breaths here, and then you're going to bring the leg out to the left, and then bring it back to center. If you're slightly more advanced and want a bit of a challenge, what you can do here is do Padandasana. So you bring the leg up, and then you're going to grab the big toe and extend the leg away. Again, holding for 4. And then gently bringing the leg out. And then bringing the leg back to center. And then releasing the leg down. So just choose whichever option that you want to do. And we'll do it the other side as well. So again, just lifting the right leg up and holding just below the knee. So don't put any pressure on the knee whatsoever. Engaging your core and relax your shoulders down. Again, you're going to hold this for 4 breaths. And then when you're ready, you can put the hand on the hip and then bring the leg out to the right. And again, holding for 4. Then bringing the leg back to center. And then releasing the leg down. Again, if you're taking it to the upper option, hand on the hip. And bring the right leg up, and then grab the big toe, and extend the right leg away. You're going to hold it there for 4, then you'll bring it out to the right, then back to center, and then release the leg down. So now we're going to transition to the seated part of the class. So we'll do another round of sun salutations first of all, just to warm the body up and just transition to the floor. So you're going to bring hands out and up. And then going to jump back, come into Chaturanga. And then gently coming up into upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. So I'm going to give you 2 options. So one option here is to bend the knees and then cross the leg. And then just bring the legs forward. And that's one way you can get to the floor. And I'll give you another option. So let me get back up. And the other option this time is, again, back into downward facing dog, looking between the hands, really bend the knee and suck your stomach in, and then just jumping the legs through. So now we're on the floor, and first of all, we're going to start with sort of seated head to knee pose, Jani Shavasana. So you're going to keep the left leg straight, and you're going to bend the right knee, again sucking the stomach in, and you're going to bring your hands out and up, and you're going to hinge from your waist, engaging the core, and just coming down. So just bring your hands alongside the feet or wherever it's comfortable. If you're slightly more flexible, you can either interlace the fingers, bend the elbows down, and then bringing the forehead onto the knee. And just taking a few breaths here. So inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. And to come out, just release the hands. Just bring the hands back up, arms down by your side, and swap the legs over. So this time, the right leg is straight, and just bend your left knee. And just make sure you've got your sitting bones on the floor so you can move the fleshy bits of your buttocks out of the way. And make sure you're not sitting on the heel of the left foot. Again, engaging your core, and then bring hands out and up. Again, just hinging forward, wherever it's comfortable. Interlace the fingers if you can, and bending your forehead onto your knee. If you need to, you can also bend the knee, but keep that connection if you can.
If you're slightly more advanced, just extend the leg away so there's no gap underneath the knee. And then inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Then bring the hands up and the hands down by your side. And then we'll do Paschimottanasana. So you're going to bring both legs together. So keep the feet flat as though they're against imaginary glass. And again, remove the fleshy bones bits away from your buttocks. So you want to keep your hips straight. And you're going to bring your hands out and up. And you're going to extend forward, looking towards the toes. And this time you can grab the big toes. We have the hands alongside the feet. Just choose whichever option is best for you. We can also, again, interlace the fingers. Trying to keep the spine as straight as possible. Engage your core, chin forward, and then looking forward. And you can bring, again, the forward onto the knee. Again, we're going to take a few deep breaths here. So inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. On the next inhale breath, just release the hands. And then bring the torso and the arms up, and then arms down by your side. Next, we're going to do a position called plank pose. So you're going to bring the hands, one hip, hand distance away from your buttocks, and you have your fingers facing forward. You're going to point the toes, you're going to engage the core, and you're going to lift your hips up, and try and get your toes towards the floor. And then you can release your head back, and just looking back, and go hold here for 2 breaths. So inhale, and exhale, inhale, and then exhale, releasing down. We're going to go up again, we can do another set, but this time we're going to rotate the shoulder in the opposite direction. So you're going to bring the hands away, so the fingers are pointing away this time. Again, pointing the toes, and then again, take a deep breath in, and then lift your hips up, releasing the feet towards the floor, and just coming back and dropping your head down. So inhale, and exhale, inhale, and exhale, releasing down. And next, the next posture we're going to do is called boat pose. There's a number of options we can have here. So you're going to bend the knees, and you can just hug yourself a little bit and bring your knees as close to your chest as possible. And then I'll show you the various options. So the first option here is you're going to sit on the tailbone, engage your core, and you're going to bring your hands underneath the knees, and you can lift your knees up. So you can stay here for this first option. If you're comfortable, really engage in the core, so make sure you don't roll back at all. If you're comfortable and want to challenge yourself a bit further, you can bring the hands away. Again, engage in the core and looking up toward the ceiling. The third and final part is to extend the legs away. You might feel a bit of shaking, but really engage the core, really good for toning your abs. And then when you're ready, just bend the knees, just coming back down. Just give yourself another gentle hug, just releasing the spine a little bit. And let's do that one more time. So choose your option again. Hands underneath the knees. And choose your option. And just hold in here for 2 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Just releasing down. And finally, we're going to end the class with a final breathing exercise. So again, just bring your focus and your attention back to the room and just gently close your eyes. So we're going to take 3 deep breaths. So this time we're going to inhale for the nose, and you can open the mouth and exhale for the mouth. So make a loud sigh. 1 more deep breath, inhale, and exhale. Final breath, inhale, and exhale. And just take a few moments here to center yourself and just bring your attention and your focus to the here and the now. And just take your time and just gently open your eyes when you're ready. Namaste. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the sequence as much as I do. If you have any comments, please feel free to leave them below, and I look forward to responding to them very soon. Thank you.